Hey yo, it's me, the one and only, the Marvelous One. You are now watching The Marvelous Show. But before we can get into tonight's episode, you guys can do me a big favor. Hit that subscribe button, hit that bell button so whenever I go live, you get some of the new content. And you want to stick for the end because at the end I'm going to have videos either over there, down there, or right there of the next videos and the next stuff I'm going to talk about. So I'm going to get straight into it. Tonight's episode is depression. Something that I deal with, something that I go through a lot. A lot of people was wanting me to talk about it because I've been talking about it on my podcast, on the LOFM podcast. So I said, why not do a video for people can see me talk about depression. So I have a lot of stuff that I got written down. So if you see me looking over here or looking, or if it's that mean I'm jotting down my notes. I'm moving up in the world, y'all. I'm writing things down and typing things up instead of winging everything. Depression. I've felt like I had depression ever since I was young, since I was like a little kid. And as I got older, it got worse. And because it was that stigma of how I was raised. Like everybody that, if you know me personally, you know that my grandma means everything to me. She's sick, so it's been affecting me a lot. And first, so I consumed and started to work so much that I put myself in this mode where I didn't do anything but just work. This is, you see that the face is cleaned up and the hair is cut. But before, I'm gonna probably put it in the description below. It's how I looked. It was, if you could look at some of the videos, how long my beard is. Like, I mean, because I probably had a hat on, but yeah, it was depression hit me hard, and I mask all that with work. And when I get in that mind frame, the old me would just go off the rails, start drinking, abusing pain pills, doing things that I normally wouldn't do. And people always ask, like, Marvelous, what is depression? Because a lot of people tend to act like they don't know it. So depression is a mental health issue that is caused by it's like, I call it a blue mood, because it's like every mood you be chilling, then all of a sudden you just be like extremely down, extremely sad. And with me, whenever it would hit me, I can tell because loss of appetite or increase of appetite, boom, not really no energy, slow reaction times. Like people ask me stuff and I be like, huh, but I really caught it. Like I don't want to do anything. Late night insomnia, which we all know. I stay up all night. That's part of my depression. Changing appetite. Use words like, man, I feel hopeless. I feel I'm helpless. I'm worthless. I don't have that now. I used to have suicide thoughts. I used to be irritable. I was extremely restless. And whenever someone would like ask me questions about it, I get super defensive and be like, no, I'm not depressed. I'm normal. I'm just a normal person. Ain't nothing wrong with me, because I wore that mask for so long because of how I was raised. Think about it. From a young age, I was told, if I fall, you better not cry. You better get up. I was always told that I don't experience mental health. Black people don't be stressed out. Y'all kill me with this always saying y'all depressed stuff. So whenever I would have like finals or like something big, I will have to mask it because I was taught not to express myself. And what I mean by I feel like my depression got the best of me is because now sitting back thinking about it, when you in a better mind frame and you can look at things and you can know what you did wrong and the mistakes you made in relationships. And I look back and I say a lot of my relationships were because of my depression. Because I wanted to tell. I wanted to tell the women I was dating, like, hey, listen, I need help. I want you to be there. I need you to get me to a therapist. But the way that I was raised, I was raised not to ever talk about it. So when them episodes would hit, I would just be lashing out. I would be argumentative. I'll be fighting. Sometimes I would pick fights, or I would bait the woman into a fight to give me opportunity to run. no matter if I liked her, no matter if I loved her, it was one of them things where I did for a while until 3 years ago when I got into a relationship, and I realized that I wanted to tell so bad I was. The more I didn't tell, the worse my depression and my mental health got for me, because I wanted to tell her so bad. But it was kind of like dealing with my grandmother, because I would get things where like, oh, I never dealt with someone that was emotional. Not that she was. I wouldn't say I'm not bashing. I wouldn't say she didn't get it. It was just something she wasn't used to. Someone being emotional, or being like, want to talk about things and let things get things out. But the reason why is because I trust her, I loved her, I wanted to let her know, help me get help. I'm drinking 24/7. Now I'm abusing pain pills. Like I'm a wreck because of my depression and my stress and having anxiety and moving from Minnesota to Seattle, where it's completely with no one. That's me by myself. And it was definitely hard. And like now I'm very vocal with it. Like I don't wear a mask. I don't care what anyone thinks of me. When my depression hits, I'm letting people know. Like I'm doing this video, I've been depressed. Like I took a step back from doing all type of work. It's because I was depressed, and I just put a whole bunch of workload on me, and to the point that people that was close to me was starting to see that I was literally turned into a robot. And like when people was like, oh man, you're the machine, I took that notion on, and I ran with it. And I was like, you're right, I am a machine. That it became like, it was like, ugh, I'm happy because people know that I'm hitting them with all these YouTube videos. I'm creating all these shows, and I'm putting out all these podcasts back to back every day. Like I was putting up sometimes 3 to 4 podcasts in the day. And it got to a point where I was like, I have to take a step back. And I know I was doing all this is because I was depressed. And I told people, I didn't sugarcoat it. I didn't be like, I'm not depressed. I'm good. Like my mama always saying, I'm good, dog. Nah, I was letting the world know, like, man, like, oh man, like I was letting the world know, like, man, it's real out here like that. Depression is real. And when people try to tell me that they don't know what it is, it annoys me, because if you don't feel like going out the house and you don't feel like doing anything, my friend, that is depression. That is a mental health, that's the mental health illness. And I got to a point where now when I see people are depressed, and I can see it, because everyone lays down breadcrumbs. Some people breadcrumbs are bigger. Some people are just tiny, where you have to study them for days to figure out what's really going on. And I'm very thankful of the people, when I reach out to them, they let me be there, because I love helping people, and that's also therapeutic for me. It's helping me, because I'm talking to someone about their problems, like, hey, it's gonna get better, because I didn't have no one until 2 years ago. That's what a lot of people don't understand, is the Marvelous One, I didn't have any resources. I didn't know about this. I didn't know about none of this. This right here that you see, I didn't know about that. We can get it closer for you to see it. I didn't know about that, because I was wearing a mask. I had the mask on, and it was just one of them things where it's like, when I sit back and I think about it, I'm like, I will never do that again. I'm okay with getting on this camera, looking in the camera, letting the world know that yes, I have mental health issues. I have anxiety. I have depression. I get stressed. I get all that. I'm moody. I get angry. I get sensitive. I cry. I get mad. All that. I have all those emotions, and I'm not gonna ever deny it. And I feel like the moment I start denying it and being in denial and stuff like this, the moment I go back to it. So when I see people crying for help, there's no way I'm gonna turn my back, because I don't want no one to go through what I went through alone. Like, what I went through was bad, because I was in a dark place. And some people in my family and my friends, they was there for me, but it was a point where it was nothing they really can do. Like, they couldn't do anything, because I wouldn't tell. I wouldn't tell the world and my friends, my family, how hurt I was. Like, I was extremely hurt, but I would never say anything, you know. So it's just, I just always tell people is take that mask off. There's people that's there that would care about you, and there are people that would be there for you. You should never go through that alone. That's why I always say the number. That's why I always put this stuff up. Like when I do my podcast, so everything I do, I'm gonna put the link in. I'm gonna put this number in the description and the website too, for you can get all that stuff. It's just one of them things where I'm just not gonna let no one go through it by themselves. I don't care who the person is. I'm gonna try to reach out to you. And I've been seeing lately, it's like I said, man, mental health is real. And sometimes I think it takes like the celebrities, because us normal people who talk about it, sometimes I feel like it goes over people's head. And sometimes I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I used to get discouraged. I used to be like, oh, it's because I'm not famous, no one's paying attention to what I'm saying. I'm trying to change the world. Like, I'm trying to let people know that, man, this is real. And I'm living proof. Like I always tell people, I'm black and I'm depressed. I don't sugarcoat it. And I'm never gonna sugarcoat it. I don't care if I'm on YouTube, if I'm on Spotify podcast, if I'm on Apple Podcasts, I'm on iHeart. I'm gonna always keep it real about my mental health, because the moment I start lying and denying it is the moment I go back to my old self, and I do not want to be that person again. That's why I posted on a social media and I let the world know how I felt. And I'm thankful for the people that reached out to me. It was a lot of people that reached out. It's because the old me would have never did that. Not at all. I would have literally just, as we say back home, I would have kept it player. I would have kept it player. I would have kept it cool. I would have, no matter how, I don't care who knew it or who was suspecting or expecting it, I would deny it. And then I would get mad. Like, you don't know my life. You can since you feel that way, then you can stop texting me. It was all those things, man. Like, depression is real, and moving forward, like I always say, this is a hybrid show. We talk about dating tips, relationship tips. We talk about sex. We talk about love. We talk about comedy. We talk about mental health. We talk about everything. But I needed to make these videos and tell the people that I'm taking a step back, because it's for me to always be honest with people and let the people that support me and love and rock with me, let them know, like, hey, I'm not human just because I want to help everybody, just because I talk about mental health and I'm talking about breaking the stigma in the African American community. Shit, I get depressed too. I cry too. I get sad. It's life. And that's why I don't sit around and act like everything is all good with me, like my life is all roses. No, I've been in a dark place. That's why I've been working so hard. That's why I've been locked in a studio. That's why I've been grinding so much, because I was depressed. And for me not to start drinking and do all the things, I just tied it all into work. 24/7. And since I've been taking a break back and like giving myself me time and knowing that I don't have to feel pressure to put out a bunch of videos. I don't have to feel pressure to just put out a lot of content. That I gotta put out YouTube videos every day. That I gotta put out podcasts. That I gotta create. If someone want me to create a show, oh, I gotta create shows for this station and this people. Like I don't want to feel that I have to work 24/7, and whatever demons or whatever I need to just address them. Bottom line, instead of trying to run and work when at the back of and at the end of the day, it's in the back of my mind. I still get done doing a podcast or doing a YouTube and cry like a baby. See, I don't lie. I'm not gonna be fake. It's times I don't did podcasts. There's times I cry doing podcasts. There's times that just even doing a funny video that I'm crying. Like I had one of my homegirls tell, it's like, oh yeah, I could tell you was crying in a video. Yeah, because it's still there, because I know I'm masking it by working so much and stuff like that. And that's just it. Like I need to just know how to get my balance back. You know, still see my therapist and stuff like that. We always solid. Like I said, man, I'm just I'm in a good place since I took the stuff back. And like I said, it's always gonna be some good and some bad days. And like I said, if I almost tell you, if you don't learn nothing else from this show, is to know that I'm gonna always keep it real. We gonna always be with exactly with life stories from me, because I feel like I just have to be open and honest. And I said I'm always thankful for the love and the support and the people that's been reaching out to me, the lives that I've been changed, and then the people that gets it and stuff like that. That's the type of stuff that right there. Just like on my shirt say, perception. The perception is like that. I shouldn't be afraid and stuff like that to, what people perception of me does not matter. If someone cares that, oh, he's super positive, all he talks about is this, all he talks about is that, I mean, at the end of the day, I don't care. That's your perception. As long as I'm saving lives and people are hearing my voice and hearing my message, that's all that matters. And like I said, for the people that just watch this video, if you guys can do me a big favor, hit that subscribe button down below, hit that bell button so you can get notifications whenever I go live. And like I said, it's at the end of this video, somewhere or anywhere right here, I'm gonna have more videos. I'm gonna have a playlist of my videos. And like I said, it's me, the Marvelous One, and I want to thank everybody for watching this video.